And so it begins, a new chapter of President's Football. Together we are ready to face the challenges ahead, win or lose. There's something special about this game. It gets to the heart of each of us and takes us to another level. Together we feel like we can do anything. And even if just for a brief moment, we are larger than life. For it is into this game that we pour our heart and soul. The stage is set. The time is now to give it everything we have. Together as a team. Together as presidents. Opening weekend of the 2019 campaign, and the Presidents played host to the visiting number 18 ranked Wittenberg Tigers.
Please welcome to the field your 2019 Washington Jefferson Presidents.
In a game where offense was hard to come by, the Presidents would ultimately rely on their defense. The Presidents opened the scoring midway through the first quarter. Taking advantage of a forced fumble caused by junior Max Garda, the W&J offense set up shop at the Wittenberg 21-yard line. Senior quarterback Jacob Adams connected with junior Josh Burns for a touchdown strike. A few minutes later, the visiting Tigers would answer, taking advantage of an errant snap that resulted in a safety. Wittenberg took its first lead of the game midway through the second quarter. After back-to-back W&J possessions resulted in interceptions, Wittenberg quarterback Blake King found a streaking Thaddeus Snodgrass down the far sideline for a touchdown pass. Despite a missed point after, the Tigers gained an 8-7 advantage with 8 minutes 1 second to play in the half. A missed 28-yard field goal attempt by Wittenberg ended the half. Much like the first half, the two teams had little success maintaining drives in the third quarter. Recovering a punt that hit a member of the Wittenberg punt return unit, the Presidents took possession and pushed down to the Tigers' 5-yard line. before Phillips would come through with a 24-yard field goal to help W&J regain the lead at 10-8. Wittenberg pushed the ball into W&J territory on the ensuing possession. With the Tigers facing a third down, Williams jarred the ball loose on a sack before Getz raced 52 yards for the score.
Recovered by Nick Getz.
The Presidents held a 16-8 advantage with 9 minutes 53 seconds left. The W&J defense nailed down the victory by making 3 defensive stops down the stretch, the last of which was an interception by Sabo. W&J, now 1-0, would next travel to Teal College for the first of 3 straight road games.
16, 17, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
The Presidents opened conference play in Week 2 at Teal.
All right, hey, band of brothers, compete, play with confidence, play with passion. I love all you guys. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
After facing tough sledding in a Week 1 victory over nationally ranked Wittenberg, the W&J offense came out clicking on all cylinders. After Teal was forced to punt after a 3-and-out on the first possession, the Presidents used a 6-play, 74-yard drive to open the scoring. W&J quarterback Jacob Adams connected with wide receiver Andrew Wolf for a 17-yard touchdown to make the score 7-0. On the ensuing drive, Mike Williams pounced on a loose football to give the Presidents the ball at the Teal 28. Less than a minute later, Adams connected with Wolf again for another President touchdown. The W&J defense forced another 3-and-out for the Teal offense. 7 plays and 42 yards later, Adams had his 3rd touchdown pass of the first quarter, this time finding Cameron O'Brien for a 4-yard passing score.
Adams, the pass from himself. Pass complete, touchdown for Washington and Jefferson.
The 2-point pass from Adams to Jordan Halford extended the lead to 21-0 at the 6-minute 36-second mark. Teal's next possession would end in one of 8 turnovers for the W&J defense. Adams then found O'Brien for a 2nd touchdown pass, making the score 28-0, with 5 minutes 1 second to play in the quarter. The relentless W&J defense forced another interception, this time from Max Garda, setting up a 6-play, 34-yard scoring drive, capped by a 2-yard touchdown run by Jordan West. The 35 first quarter points was the most by the Presidents since 2004. W&J would then march 65 yards on 9 plays to set up a 23-yard field goal by Phillips. Just 2 plays into the next Teal drive, and another turnover. Three plays later, the Presidents found the end zone once again. And then, with less than a minute to play in the half, another fumble by Teal, picked up and returned 52 yards by Alex Keith for a defensive touchdown, which made the score 52-0 at halftime. W&J added its final touchdown of the day when Caroli took the opening kickoff of the third quarter and raced 98 yards for a touchdown.
Activate. Pass intercepted.
A balanced effort allowed the Presidents to shut out the Tomcats for a second consecutive year, beating them 59-0.
58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Week 3, and on the road again against another conference foe. Defense dominated the first half, as neither offense could find the end zone. In fact, Carnegie Mellon did not record a first down in the entire first quarter. However, Carnegie Mellon scored first, taking a 3-0 lead on a 41-yard field goal. The Tartans extended their lead to 6-0 with a second field goal with 1 second remaining in the first half. The Tartans opened the second half with a 9-play, 67-yard scoring drive to strengthen their lead to 13-0. Trailing by 2 scores, the W&J offense quickly answered with a 9-play, 52-yard touchdown drive as Adams connected with junior receiver Cameron O'Brien. After a defensive stop by the Presidents, a CMU punt pinned them at their own 6-yard line. Trailing by a score, Adams hit O'Brien in stride. For a 94-yard catch and run for a touchdown. The 94-yard pass broke the W&J school record for longest passing play, previously 91 yards, set in 2003. The lone score of the fourth quarter was the go-ahead touchdown by CMU. The CMU victory snapped a 5-game winning streak for W&J in the head-to-head series since the Tartans joined the pack. The Presidents would next travel to Grove City College for its 3rd straight conference road game. Traveling to Robert E. Thorne Field, the Presidents met up with another conference foe, Grove City. W&J used a 20-yard field goal from freshman kicker Ian Phillips to take an early 3-0 lead. The lead was short-lived as the Wolverines quickly countered with a 66-yard touchdown pass. The Presidents regained the lead for good late in the first quarter when senior quarterback Jacob Adams found junior receiver Peyton Scalos for a 7-yard touchdown pass.
Adams pass complete to Scalos. It's a 7-yard.
Midway through the second, junior running back E.J. Thompson plunged in from 1 yard out for his first touchdown of the season. Grove City responded with an 11-play, 66-yard drive to cut the deficit to 17-14 just before halftime. The visiting Presidents took control of the game in the third quarter. After forcing a 3-and-out, W&J marched 62 yards on just 4 plays to find the end zone once again. This time, it was sophomore running back Joey Caroli. After another defensive stop, the Presidents took advantage of a short field to score again. Junior running back Jack Ryan scored on a 1-yard touchdown run to extend the lead to 31-14.
Ryan on the run, 1-yard run, touchdown W&J.
Grove City used a 7-play, 69-yard drive early in the fourth quarter to cut the deficit back to 10 points with 13 minutes 55 seconds to play. However, W&J put the game away with an 11-play, 72-yard drive. That ended with a 22-yard touchdown pass from Adams to junior receiver Josh Burns. A tenacious W&J defense then thwarted any hopes for a Grove City comeback down the stretch. The win improved W&J to 2-1 in the conference and 3-1 overall.
Ready? 38.
37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 33, 32, 31, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Homecoming weekend, and the 3-1 Presidents played host to Bethany.
Okay, this is your time. Okay, go out and play for each other. Play for the brother next to you. All of you. Every single one. First team, second team, freshman.
Both offenses treated the homecoming crowd of more than 3,000 spectators to a combined 49 points in the opening quarter alone. The Bison opened the scoring with a 69-yard touchdown pass on the first play from scrimmage. That lead was short-lived for the Bison, as the Presidents marched 78 yards on 7 plays to tie the score. The drive was capped when Adams hit Burns for a 21-yard touchdown.
Jacob Adams' pass is complete to number 10. Josh Burns for a W&J touchdown.
The Bison answered right back, racing 86 yards on the ensuing kickoff to help the visitors regain the lead at 14-7. On the next possession, W&J went 75 yards on 9 plays to find the end zone again. Senior running back Jordan West plunged in from 1 yard out.
Jordan West on the direct pass. Goes into the end zone for a
to bring W&J back within a point after a blocked extra point. After forcing the first 3 and out of the game, W&J took the lead for good by driving 65 yards on 6 plays for its 3rd touchdown of the quarter. The tandem of Adams and Burns connected again for a 6-yard touchdown pass.
pass is complete to John Burns. That'll be a W&J touchdown.
And the 2-point conversion was successful.
Adams pass is complete to Jordan West for the 2-point conversion. Break one right, Gary.
The Bison offense stalled out again on the next possession as sophomore Alex Keith picked up a sack on 3rd down to force a Bethany punt. On that punt, sophomore Joey Caroli raced 54 yards for his 2nd special teams touchdown of the season. Bethany would march 75 yards on 13 plays, scoring on the final play of the first quarter to trim the W&J lead to 28-21. The high-scoring action continued into the second quarter. As Burns hauled in his 3rd touchdown reception of the first half. Midway through the second quarter, W&J put its ground game to work as the Red and Black rushed 7 times on a 9-play, 89-yard touchdown drive. West capped the drive with a 5-yard run to the end zone for the touchdown.
Basic.
An interception by junior safety Max Garda gave the Presidents another chance to add to their lead just before halftime. Adams hit junior Jack Ryan for a 24-yard touchdown pass on the next play.
Adams pass complete to Jack Ryan for a President's touchdown.
W&J was successful on the 2-point conversion as Adams found a wide-open John O'Rourke to push the lead to 49-21. The Presidents outscored the Bison 20-0 in the second half to roll to the victory. West added his 2nd score of the day, a 9-yard touchdown run on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. That run gave W&J a 55-21 edge over the Bison. Later in the 3rd quarter, sophomore quarterback Justin Heacock found Peyton Scalos for a 5-yard touchdown pass. Ryan would add a fourth quarter touchdown run of 5 yards to conclude the scoring.
Ryan carries for the President into the end zone and for a touchdown.
The W&J offense rolled up a season-high 620 yards and a season-best 38 first downs to claim its 6th straight win over Bethany. The defense limited Bethany to 240 yards of total offense and forced the Bison to commit 4 turnovers in a 69-21 homecoming victory. Saturday afternoon at DeSanto Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The Presidents geared up for a conference matchup with Case Western Reserve. Case raced out to an early lead as the Spartans moved 73 yards on 3 plays to take a 7-0 lead with a 4-yard touchdown run. The Presidents answered back on the next possession with a 12-play, 74-yard drive to tie the score. A 2-yard run by senior running back Jordan West out of the Wildcat formation on 3rd and goal punched the ball in for the Presidents' touchdown. After the teams traded defensive stops, Case drove 61 yards on 5 plays to regain the lead on a 46-yard touchdown pass. The Spartans missed several opportunities to add to its lead as the W&J defense came up with stops on the final 3 possessions of the second quarter, including a forced fumble by senior Connor Manning, recovered by senior Mike Williams. After forcing W&J to punt on its opening possession of the third quarter, the Spartans doubled their lead with a touchdown. Adams tossed a pair of late touchdown passes to close the scoring, the first to Peyton Scalos and later to Jordan Halford. The loss, however, dropped W&J to 4-2 overall and 3-2 in the conference. Brushing off the loss, they looked ahead to their final road game of the regular season against Geneva. Week 7, Reeves Field in Beaver County, W&J against conference foe Geneva College. Geneva used a lengthy opening drive to advance the ball deep inside of W&J territory. The 12-play, 73-yard drive stalled out, though, on a 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line. After the two teams traded a pair of punts, W&J drove deep into Geneva territory before coming up short on a 4th and 5 play inside the 10-yard line. The turnover on downs kept the game scoreless into the second quarter. Later in the second quarter, Adams hit junior wide receiver Cameron O'Brien for a 14-yard touchdown pass on 4th down. A 22-yard field goal by Geneva cut the Presidents' lead to 7-3 with 17 seconds left in the first half. Despite putting up just 7 points over the first 30 minutes, Adams completed 17 of 25 passes for 202 yards. The Presidents' offense kicked things into gear in the third quarter. Midway through the third, the Presidents extended their lead on a 12-yard touchdown run by senior running back Jordan West. After a quick 3-and-out by the W&J defense, the Presidents marched 55 yards on just 5 plays to find the end zone again. A 1-yard touchdown run by West. With just 31 seconds left in the third quarter, junior E.J. Thompson raced 27 yards into the end zone to give W&J its third touchdown of the quarter. The 3 third-quarter touchdowns, combined with a dominant defensive performance, propelled the Presidents to a 28-3 victory. The victory was the 15th straight for W&J in the head-to-head series, as the last Geneva win came back in 1983. The Presidents now looked ahead to hosting conference rival Westminster College.
All right, here we go. Get in there, Avery. Pick him up. All right, we got to put your hand up. Yeah. Pick him up. Pick him up. Yeah. 28, you got to put your hands in the air. again. Ready? Ready, go. 28, 27, 26,
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
All right, you got it.
Traveling back home for their 8th game of the season, the 5-2 Presidents played host to Westminster. It was Westminster who took a big lead in the first half, but W&J was not about to give up there. Trailing by 21-0 at halftime, the Presidents regrouped with a strong third quarter offensively. On their second possession of the quarter, Adams hit Scalos for a 51-yard touchdown. After the defense forced a 3-and-out, the W&J offense went back to work. With excellent field position, Adams hit freshman John O'Rourke for a 17-yard passing score. The touchdown was the first in O'Rourke's collegiate career. A successful two-point run by Thompson closed the deficit to 21-14 with 5 minutes 5 seconds to play in the third. In the early stages of the fourth quarter, a 7-play, 62-yard drive helped the Presidents even the score at 21-21. An 18-yard catch and run by Jordan West brought the Presidents all the way back with 6 minutes 42 seconds to play. However, the Titans answered quickly, totaling 73 yards on just 2 plays to take a touchdown lead. The Presidents had 3 offensive opportunities down the stretch, but were unable to even the score. Their valiant second-half comeback attempt came up short. The loss dropped W&J to 5-3 as they headed into their bye week. Week 9, the 2-6 Bearcats at the 5-3 Presidents. St. Vincent opened the game by driving into W&J territory. The drive stalled out when senior defensive lineman Mike Williams sacked St. Vincent quarterback Lorenzo Cota. On a 4th and 12 play to force a turnover on downs. 2 plays later, Jacob Adams connected with Jordan West for a 67-yard touchdown pass.
Adams' pass is complete to Jordan West for a W&J touchdown.
On the first play of the second quarter, St. Vincent connected on a 24-yard field goal to cut the W&J lead to 7-3. The Presidents added to their lead when Doran returned an interception 18 yards for a defensive touchdown. The Bearcats were poised to answer on the ensuing possession until Doran picked up a backwards pass and returned it 48 yards to set up W&J on the St. Vincent 12. West found the end zone for a second time. The point after by Phillips extended the W&J lead to 21-3 at halftime.
W&J touchdown. Kick is up and good, and so at 2:34 of the second quarter.
Late in the third quarter, the Presidents used a 10-play, 78-yard drive to effectively put the game away. Adams found junior wide receiver Peyton Scalos for a 7-yard touchdown pass at the 2-minute, 23-second mark. W&J tacked on a pair of fourth-quarter touchdowns. West added his third score of the game.
Jordan West takes the ball in from 1 yard out for a President touchdown.
And E.J. Thompson had a 1-yard touchdown run with 4 minutes, 36 seconds left. The victory was the 750th all-time for the W&J football program and helped the Presidents clinch their 36th consecutive winning season. packed rivalry week, the regular season finale at Cameron Stadium, and W&J hosted Waynesburg. Caroli set the tone for the game on the opening kickoff as the sophomore raced 85 yards on the opening play, giving him his third return touchdown this season. After the W&J defense forced a punt, the Presidents compiled a 6-play, 82-yard drive that culminated in a 1-yard touchdown run by West.
Jordan West carries into the end zone for a W&J touchdown.
W&J added another touchdown late in the first quarter as senior quarterback Jacob Adams connected with junior receiver Josh Burns on an 8-yard scoring play. E.J. Thompson capped a 7-play, 65-yard drive with a 16-yard touchdown run in the second quarter.
E.J. Thompson into the end zone for a President's touchdown.
The point after by Phillips extended the lead to 28-0 at the 11-minute, 7-second mark. Following another 3-and-out by Waynesburg, the Presidents added another touchdown when they matriculated the ball 55 yards on just 5 plays. Adams raced 29 yards untouched for his first rushing touchdown of his collegiate career. With 4 minutes 17 seconds left in the third quarter, junior wide receiver Peyton Scalos hauled in a 50-yard touchdown catch and run.
Pass complete. Peyton Scalos. That's the President's touchdown.
The W&J defense added a safety late in the third quarter. Senior Joe Frangione made the hit to secure the 2 points. The Presidents added a final touchdown late in the fourth quarter when junior running back Jack Ryan outraced everyone 74 yards for the touchdown. The following week, the Presidents traveled to New York to play Ithaca College in the ECAC Asa S. Bushnell Bowl. In that game, Washington and Jefferson erased a 17-point third quarter deficit in a 20-17 comeback victory. The win allowed the Presidents to finish the campaign with an 8-3 overall record.
49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35,
We are dead to rights, born and raised. We are thick and thin till our last days. So hold me close and I'll surrender to your heart. You know how to give and how to take. You see every hope I locked away. So pull me close and surrender to my heart. Before the flame goes out tonight, yeah, we'll live until we die. So come out, come out, come out. Won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, come out, come out till we lose control into a raging fire. Into a raging fire. Come out, come out, come out. Won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Let the world leave us behind. Let your heart be next to mine. Before the flame goes out tonight, we can live until we die.